Hey everybody, it's Mary here with 30 Days of Inspiration. Today we're going to talk about confidence because sometimes it eludes us, sometimes we got it, we're feeling sassy, sexy, and we're ready to step into whatever the day has before us. But for those times that we are unsure of ourselves, a little bit intimidated maybe, feeling less than, then there are some things that we can do to overcome these feelings. And a lot of times what happens is it stems from doing something that is low on our values list. And because it's not something generally that we might be passionate about or really want to do, then we end up using those thoughts as negative self-talk. And once you get into negative self-talk, it's just like spiraling down this rabbit hole that sometimes is hard to claw our way out of. And so what we think about our self-image kind of defines our destiny. So what happens when you go to do something that's not in your top on your values list, something that you're good at or something that you really even care about, you end up, first of all, kind of going at it half-assed, which, that's really never a good thing, doesn't do anybody any good. And you end up not being there like 100%, not being present, kind of getting distracted, frustrated, anxious. Then we get embarrassed, like all of this stuff starts coming at us. And we then yet again get to tell ourselves, this isn't for us, we're not good enough. How come I'm doing this? I'm so stupid. Like, how many times have you said that to yourself? And every time you say that to yourself, because you generally say it with emotion, and anything that you say with emotion kind of stays stuck in here, and that gets replayed over and over and over again. But one of my favorite books about confidence is The Confidence Code by, let me see, I've got it right here. Let me pull it out for you. The Confidence Code by Katie Kay and Claire Shipman. These are two journalists that set out to interview women mainly for a year, all over the world, all different, from CEOs to the regular everyday woman to actors, actresses, like government officials, everything. And what they found was that it didn't matter who it was. It didn't matter if it was Meryl Streep or it was the waitress. Every woman experienced self-doubt and self-criticism. And even like Meryl Streep still to this day wonders why anybody would want to go to the movies and to see her in particular. Now, you and I can say, what? Like, how could she believe that? She's amazing. However, that's the voices that she hears. Now, what the difference between, the difference between her and maybe you in her breaking through those thoughts and showing up at the movie lot every day and learning her lines and doing her thing so masterfully is that she does something that Katie and Claire mention in the Confidence Code, which is called killing gnats, which is negative automatic thoughts. So stopping them dead in their tracks. But first of all, the only way that you can do that is by, I always talk about the pause and how important that breath is in getting back centered so that you can stop this spiral that just happens in a nanosecond, and you'll find yourself like going down this rabbit hole and thinking to yourself, how the hell do I get out of here? when really it's about the pause and recognizing where, like, when that thought came up. Like, I always keep a journal by my bed, because a lot of times at night when I wake up in the middle of the night, for some reason, I think about all these stupid, ridiculous, dumbass things that I did throughout my life that there's nothing that I can do about now. But for some reason, they kind of creep back up, and I think, what the fuck? Honestly, what could I have been thinking? Anyway, we can talk about that at a different time. But it's taking those moments, and that's why I keep a journal by my bed. I have one in my purse. I have one in the car. Like, I've got them everywhere, just so that when I maybe trip up or do something that I'm embarrassed about or whatever, that I can jot it down. I can journal about it, because until I recognize it and understand that I'm not that I'm stuck. I'm held captive by these thoughts. But until I begin to reframe them, then there's nothing that I can do about it. This thought, this negative recurring thought, this negative automatic thought is gonna show up when I least expect it, and when I least want it. So if you're struggling with turning your negative thoughts into something positive, the easiest thing to do is, what would you tell a friend? If a friend of yours was telling you their old victim story of, oh, I can't get out of this, and oh, my boss hates me, and oh, my lover or my husband hates me, or maybe I hate him. What if you've got a really good friend, what would you tell that person if they were telling you their sad tale of woe? Like, it's kind of like giving yourself a lecture or giving yourself a slap across the face and saying, wake up, honey, like, get over yourself. Thinking harder is not going to solve the problem. Like, it always comes down to the pause, the reflection, and then the changing of that thought, reframing of that thought into something that is more positive, right? The optimistic person is coming from victim mode. We could be a victim about anything. Like, honestly, I've got such a sad tale of woe, I could fill volumes. But why do I want to stay in that space? Those are things that they don't define me. They actually made me the woman that I am today. And without those experiences, and some of them were pretty traumatic and pretty awful, without those experiences, I wouldn't be this person, this woman. So why do I need to keep going over and over these things? So in talking about confidence, what I did, and you can download this right from my website, I'll put the link down in the description, is the 10 habits of confident women. So, you may not do all of these. You may do one more than the other, but it's, you got to work up to it. We're not going to be this, I feel so good about myself every single day. And when you have things like this page, this download to look at, to kind of get you, get back on track, girl. So these are things that everybody can do. So reserve the word yes for when you mean it. Reserve the word yes for when you mean it. Ladies, no is a full sentence. Bring it out. If you don't want to do something, the answer is no. It doesn't have to be no with some kind of excuse. It's just, no, thanks. Saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. Saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. Learn to set boundaries. Boundaries, we're going to talk about that this month. We're going to talk about that another day, because that's a whole issue unto itself. Words matter, even when no one is listening. I talk about this a lot with my clients and in my programs is go to your mirror. When you want to, talk yourself out of something or set yourself straight, go to your mirror because your mirror doesn't lie. Language reflects how you feel. The words you use to describe yourself affect your body language, your health, hello ladies, and your behavior. Watch your words. If you're trash talking yourself, what is that sending? What kind of message are you sending to your body? You're not like sending that, you're not sending that message to somebody else. You're sending that message to your body. Like even you start trash talking yourself, you're going to feel it. You're not going to stand up straight. You're going to be hunched over. You're going to be, oh, woe is me all day. Like who wants to hang around a person like that? Like pull it together. Set goals with action steps. Hello, movement is key. Movement is key. If you want to do something, if you want something different, you got to do something different. It doesn't always feel good. None of this always feels good. But once you start it and once it becomes part of you, once you begin to feel the goodness in your body, then you got it. Plan your work. Work your plan. Without a plan, a goal is nothing but a dream. Hello, how many times are we dreaming instead of going after shit? Let's get going. Strike a pose. I always talk about, with my clients, what's your Superman pose? Like if you were to be Superman, Superwoman, Catwoman, Wonder Woman, like whoever you want to be, what's that pose? Build a power style in your clothing. For years after my mother passed away, I had a blue Oxford shirt that was hers. And every time I went on an interview, meeting a client, having a tough disciplinary action call with one of my sales associates or partner even, I would put on my mother's shirt. It looked awesome on me, by the way. But I would put on my mother's shirt. That was my power shirt. I knew that when I had that on, you might say I was invincible. I mean, it made me feel that way. And that's all that matters, right? Body language can turn an uncomfortable situation into a winning conversation. Look at yourself in the mirror. Go in there and have a come to Jesus meeting with yourself. I mean, that's okay. Close the door. It's a private space. Use it. Understand your own strengths and weaknesses. Work from your strengths, delegate out your weaknesses. You don't have to be everything to everybody. Stop it. Be true to who you are. You don't have to make up shit. You don't have to do stuff that's not in your wheelhouse. And then you fuck it up. And then yet again, you get to tell yourself a sorry ass story about what a bad person you are. Stop it. Once you admit your weaknesses, they then become a strength. Get real with who you are. Because once you understand who you are, then, oh my gosh, the whole world of opportunities opens up to you. A confident woman does not compare herself to others. Stop going to social media and saying, oh my God, I want to be an influencer. Look at her. It took her fucking years to get there. It took her a plan. It took her maybe other people on a team to help get her there. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Just don't do it. Create your own plan. Create your own image for your own life. A confident woman understands her uniqueness. What's your uniqueness? What's different about you? I can tell you there is something. I know there's that one thing. There's one thing. I know, at least one. I could probably count 10, but there's one thing that is unique to you. You use that to lift up other women. What's your superpower? A confident woman understands the importance of self-care and uses it daily. My yoga mat, my sneakers that get me out walking my 10,000 steps a day. What? Do something. Do something that you're taking care of yourself, your skin care, your muscles. You know, muscles don't have an age. Did you know that? Muscles don't have an age. Maybe your body does, but your muscles don't. So go out and do something. Oh, you're the only one that can do it. I can't do it for you. I can't work out for you. I can't take you to the gym and make you do a workout. You've got to do it. Stretching your limits each day and doing one thing. I talk about this all the time. The one thing. Doing one thing different. One thing that scares you. Because you got to constantly be in growth. The opposite of growth is you're 6 feet under. Like you get to choose. Do one thing that scares you each day will ensure personal and professional growth. Anything wrong with that? I see nothing wrong with that. And learning most times is free. Have you checked out Harvard yet? Have you checked out the Yale free classes that are online? All the Ivy League schools have free online classes. Go learn something. Only you can do it. I can't do it for you. Look to your past for proof of your achievements. I can tell you that there is so much proof in your past if you will just take a look at it. Your past lays clues to how you have overcome adversity and challenges. So the things that you've done in your past, it took me 5 times, for Pete's sake, to get my driver's license. Did that mean that I wasn't a good driver? Did that mean that I didn't deserve my driver's license? Shit, it took me 3 husbands to finally get the right one. Did that mean that I'm like I'm not a good wife? I'm not a good lover? I'm not a good mother? Like, no. It's getting through these past experiences to pull out the lessons that each one has to teach you and to move on. And finally, seek out that which brings you joy. You don't have to be in misery all the time. Discovering your areas of passion will ultimately uncover your life's purpose, deepening your joy and radiating your light with the world. I hear so often, like every day, I don't know what I want to do. And I'm going to challenge you that you do. You're just not afraid to say it. You're not afraid to live in the awesome person that I know that you are. So check out, download this, grab it, post it someplace. When you're running down that rabbit hole of insecurity, feeling anxious, afraid, scared, get some confidence. Go to those things that you can do. Pause, reflect, write down, keep a journal. Keep a journal of where these thoughts are coming from, because these negative automatic thoughts, the gnats, these negative automatic thoughts show up when you least expect them. Only you can change the direction. Only you can change and reframe those thoughts into a better feeling thought. I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow, where we're going to fire up some more and get this year started. 30 days of inspiration. Today, we're talking about confidence. Tomorrow, stay tuned. See you later. Ciao.